for the formation of a coalition government. But as Chris Tharu reports, the judiciary has dismissed the allegations.
The judiciary is yet again in the spotlight following the weekend's remarks by the head of state regarding the ruling delivered last week on the printing of ballot papers by the Dubai-based Al Ghurair printing company.
Na sisi hatutakubali wenzetu watumie makoti na kuintimidate IEBC wakifikiria ya kwamba watashinda kupitia mlango ya nyuma. Hakuna kitu kama hicho.
When the Chief Justice says that IEBC should not print ballot papers because there are cases in court, what does it mean to a layman like me and million others who are looking at the Chief Justice for independence?
One Justice Odunga is related to James Orengo through marriage. He's married to Sarah Odunga, who is the daughter of the late Archbishop Ondiek, and therefore is a relative of Orengo.
My nearest relative would be Uhuru Kenyatta, because his sister was married in Ugenya to a cousin of mine, known as Dr. Jojo Wino, who was a dentist.
As Chief Justice, I'm not going to respond every time to statements made by anybody in the public.
And while Chief Justice David Maraga has avoided to comment on statements made by the political class during their campaigns, this one has forced him to come out and defend his institution. In a letter to newsrooms, Maraga termed the statement as unfortunate. In the statement, he says, and I quote, "The comments I made in Mombasa and elsewhere, which were deliberately taken out of context, were in reference to the court's efforts to expeditiously clear the numerous petitions arising from the party primaries in order not to inconvenience the printing of ballot papers. At no point did I ask the IEBC not to proceed with the ballot printing." End quote.
The judiciary is not going to decide any case on the basis of what anybody will say. The judiciary, the judges and the magistrates understand their role. They will decide cases on the facts and the law.
The Law Society of Kenya, through its chairman, Isaac Okero, has also condemned the attack on the judiciary, terming it as irresponsible. In a statement, the chairman says, and I quote, "The accusations and warning leveled at the CJ and the judiciary represent an unacceptable breach in the doctrine of separation of powers and a gross violation of the independence of the judiciary, and at a time that is expected to play a crucial role on behalf for the benefit of the people of Kenya, and that such attacks erode public confidence in the judiciary." End quote.
When outrightly the chairman of Law Society of Kenya, where we are the members, wakes up each and every morning, issues statements that are outrightly biased, and tries to pretend that a critique of the judicial decisions is actually a threat to judicial independence, who is he exactly addressing and on whose behalf?
But the opposition under the National Super Alliance was recently accused of attempting to bully appellate court judges prior to their verdict on the finality of constituency presidential results.
Ile appeal wamepeleka kwa mahakama ambayo jaji mkuu anatarajiwa aweke pamoja na Pius Board. Tunawauliza kama wananasa waondoe mara moja. Kama mahakama itabadilisha hiyo sheria, hakuna uchaguzi Kenya.
And it appears that the Jubilee politicians are not yet done in attacking some of the judges, claiming that the judiciary is working in cahoots with the opposition to lay ground for a coalition government.
And we are telling the Chief Justice, let not the judiciary be one of the avenues that will be used by our competitors. In achieving a nusu mukate government. They should not wait for that.
Why is it the judiciary wants to hide under the esteemed doctrine of judicial independence to perpetuate bias and to perpetuate perceptions of bias?
Many in the Jubilee side have been saying that NASA has been pursuing this court case in order to delay the elections. Let me say categorically, that we are very keen to have this election on the 8th of August.
Observers argue that the more the political class continues to attack the judiciary, the more the confidence of Kenyans in the judiciary will be eroded. Chris, the KTN News.
All right, so the judiciary in the line of target, in the line of fire, on both sides of the political divide. Our big question tonight, we ask you on Monday Night News, is the executive justified in criticizing the judiciary's recent rulings? Is the executive justified to criticize the judiciary's recent rulings? Please send us your text message, yes or no, with a brief comment, your name and your location, to the number 22155. It's absolutely free. Alternatively, you can tweet me tonight at Yvonne Okwara at KTN News, and we'll get to your feedback in just a moment. Let's just focus on our other top stories of the day today. In a consultative meeting between the 8 presidential candidates and officials of the IEBC ended without consensus on the resolution of the row on the printing